You see him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you good?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I shot right over him.
All right, the action has already started. I just pulled down, threw my stuff on, and I'm like, oh, there's Gar right here. They're like, we don't usually see him here. So this is Captain Dan.
Hi.
That's his boat there. We jumped on another boat so we get an angle on it.
Try to. Destin Inshore Charters and Destin Bow Fishing.
So if you remember when Greg and I came down, we got his advice on where to go, and we got that one ray. But I wanted to do better this time. We got the bows, and we got ballista, which if you remember, I failed to get a fish with, and I said I would get back out there. No ice, beautiful Florida weather. Let's go bink some fish, huh? Let's get some. Fishing was a bit slow in Maine this spring, so I hopped a flight headed south for a few days of fishing with Ace Videos in Panama City. From there, I'm gonna head a little further up the Gulf Coast, meet up with Captain Dan and Destin Inshore Fishing for a bit of crossbow fishing, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah, baby! Yes!
Now that's a ray.
Fish on, fish on.
There we go.
Yeah, dude!
Yes. All right. We're gonna blow it up. This is the big one.
That is amazing. That is so good.
So make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We're camping, cooking, and exploring our way around the Gulf Coast for a whole new series on all three of my channels. Fowler's Makery and Mischief, the Catch and Cook Kitchen, and Fowler Extra. So you got your ballista here, your average ballista that they sell with the backwards crossbow thing. Pretty powerful. Shoots a nice dart.
Yeah, I saw
here.
it.
They fell out here, one here.
Okay.
I didn't like how you have to remember to click the old reel, right? So I made a 3D printed thing, and it's not the best 3D printed thing, but it does it does work.
Okay.
Where this, once I flip the trigger up here, this remains pressed in all the time. And as soon as you shoot the fish, you pull this, and that allows you to reel.
The drum we're gonna go for first are just crustacean eaters.
Yeah.
So where they are right now is they're on the docks. So they're sucking the barnacles off of the dock pylons. So, but they've been schooled up heavy back there. So I'm hoping they're still there. They were there yesterday.
So not just stingrays, but black drum.
Yeah.
What are those ones here?
Those are catfish.
And this is Alex, also a guide. We're gonna steal a couple rods off of his boat just in case we get on some Spanish mackerel while we're out there. He's a really good sushi chef. Actually, both of them are. So in the next episode, you'll see he's gonna prep up some awesome fish that we catch in the next episode.
Dan and I have kind of been he was the best man at my wedding. He's my next door neighbor.
Right on.
We kind of been doing this thing together since the start of it.
All right, we gotta put arrow on the string, and then that one's ready to go. Insanity over there. Just nuts. It's called Crab Island, I guess. Crab Island, there must be 300 boats there right now, and I see 15 of those floating tiki bar things and little tiki crazinesses.
And here in Destin, we house the largest commercial fishing fleet in the United States. It's not the biggest harbor by any means. We don't have cruise ships, we don't have freight liners, but we have the most fishing and pleasure charter boats in the country here in Destin.
Oh, there we go. What's going on?
Could it be that screw?
Ooh, I think you're right. Yep, it didn't bottom out, but it did get in the way. So we need a screw that was a little shorter. One fell out in travel, so I wrapped some of this around it so it doesn't go in so far. I'll put this back into the bow. We'll be really back to good to go.
Did it work?
I think my screw repair worked. There we go. Big enough that that other small one didn't work.
Yeah. Good day.
Yeah. All right, put the arrow on. All right. I'm all set.
Party.
Let's bink them. Oh man. Oh no. There was safety was on. Stupid idiot.
They're right there. Right there. Big ones. 3 of them. Shoot low. Oh. He's right on the hot side. Oh, just over him. Right over him. Here's a floater. We got a floater. Okay. Right in front of us.
Safety's off.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Lower. Oh, did you get him?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No, you got
Oh,
him.
I got him. We got him. Ha Yes! That's a good one too. Look at it. Oh, feeling drag.
Yep. I know. I'm pulling away. I can't do much more. I'm getting mad. There he is.
I don't want to. Will it pull out or?
No, yeah, probably.
All right. Oh, he's going under. He's going under.
Motor's trimmed up. You're good. You're good.
He's a big one.
All right, he's moving out. He's right there. He's only a couple feet away.
Oh, he's a monster.
Oh man,
that's a monster. All right, over the shoulder.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Oh man, it's a tank.
It's a giant.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, baby!
Yes, yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh, what a
Woo!
giant. Got the arrows in there.
Yeah. Oh.
Good shot.
Oh my goodness. Is that on? Is that on? What a tank. Oh. Woo.
Hey, hold on. Hey, DestinBowFishing.com.
Yeah.
Got availability this week.
Definitely. Yeah, guys.
Hey, that is the most inshore I've ever seen.
Oh man.
Wow.
Nice job, guys.
That's I mean my like PB of all PBs.
Did you break the tip off?
Oh my goodness. The tip broke right off and it's still in there? How is that even? Oh my goodness. The tip. That's just the fact that he was swimming sideways. The fact that he was swimming sideways means it stayed in. Oh my goodness, that's just good
All right,
right there.
we got sun?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Now go wide angle and come right up here and get a close one. So you got that giant wide, you know, right? Where I'm like,
I got you.
ah!
This thing was an absolute stud. It weighed about 35 pounds and it was amazing. I couldn't wait to print this, and this totally redeemed my earlier feelings about Florida.
All right, the ice is right here.
I can't believe it.
Shot. In the face too.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Oh, slimed all up, but man, that was worth it. It's a perfume of a life right there, I tell you. I'll get rinsed off, catch our breath, and maybe we go for, what do you think, cow nose or something else?
Sure.
That black drum is gonna feed me for a week, and we'll have to make a couple of catch and cook kitchen videos out of that. Freeze some up and send it back to Maine in my suitcase.
Yeah, baby.
That was so sick.
As a charter captain, that's like the best stuff ever, man.
I don't know where the tip went or how that stayed in there.
It's
Yeah, just the grace of God that thing goes. It was in there, and he just kept going in circles instead of booking. At some point, maybe him going in circles unscrewed the tip.
That could be
You know, because it was wearing against the side of him.
Because he was in his
And
gill.
yeah, and because I think it's actually glued because that's not even screwed. Those should be threaded
like
on.
epoxy, yeah.
Yeah, those should be threaded or pinned.
If you're shooting big fish, because these arrows are pinned.
That was a lot of fish for this rig, right?
Those are pinned.
So that's recommendation, guys. Go over there at Ballista next time.
Great bow though. For
Great,
shooting that
and it
drum.
did it, and it did it. It landed the fish, so we're not complaining. I'm just saying,
No, that was impressive.
throwing an extra pin in there might be may add a couple more sales. I don't know.
As a professional bow fisherman, I might have to pick one of those up and keep it on the boat.
I know, right? Oh my goodness, thanks Ballista.
That looks fun.
Thank you, Ballista, and that was awesome. That was so cool. That's what, you know, that was worth all those 5 days of shooting at sucker fish at the bottom of an ice fishing hole. To come down here and turn it into that was so worth it. Like what a foolish, like trying to shoot little teeny like chain pickerel that are 8 inches long.
We went from one end of the food chain to the other.
Yeah. All right. Whew. Take a little break from our adventure to introduce you to one of our coolest sponsors we've ever had. Literally, Zero Breeze. How cool is this? It says it's 95 degrees in here right now. Maybe we'll put it to rocket for a minute, get this place cooled off so I don't sweat myself to death. So this is the Zero Breeze Mark III. Last time I did a video with Zero Breeze was in Florida as well, and I had the Mark II, which kept me cool all night long while I was camping off grid. Now, it's super light because it's portable. With the battery, it's 36 pounds. So it's already down to 55 degrees in here. How crazy is that? So its peak output is 5,000 BTUs. For the size and the weight, that's like impossibly good. And we are plugged in to the battery underneath. We're at 100% battery. So cool. 4.5 hours at the settings we are set at. Let's see, get myself nice and comfortable. I know at this point you guys are probably saying, Fowler, you're getting soft, you gotta use an AC. But yeah, I'm up at 4 in the morning to go fishing. And I need to be good and rested at 85 degrees and 100% mugginess down here in Florida. Not good. I will not get a good night's rest. With the Zero Breeze pumping out the cool air, like last night, I slept really good, went out and fished, spent all day in the sun. Mind you, it isn't gonna work as good and it's not gonna hit the peak amount of time that you can get out of it for a battery when you have an uninsulated thing. There's vents in the ceiling. I actually was reached out to earlier this year by another brand, and they're I'm not gonna mention them, their brand actually broke down on me during the middle of one of my adventures, and I was left sweaty and gross, and I didn't sleep well. It was kind of miserable. I reached out to Zero Breeze when the other brand reached out to me and said, hey, I noticed you guys now have the new version, you know, and the Mark III. I have the Mark II. I'd love to give that a try. So there you go, our coolest sponsor ever, the Zero Breeze Mark III. Use it to stay cool, use it to stay warm if you need to. Charge your phone while you're at it. Use the code Fowler50 to save $50 on your purchase of the Zero Breeze Mark III. And check them out, linked in the description below. Now let's get out there and bank some more fish. Big either way. I know. It's down here.
Right on top of it. Oh. You got right off. Okay. I'm gonna let go. Scoop him.
Yes.
There we go. Yes.
Nice
Woo, he's a big one.
That is a big ray. Holy crap, dude, that is a big
wow.
ray.
Wow.
You want me to handle
Now
it?
that's a ray. That's what we're looking for. Like something where we could really get some meat out of that one, huh? Good job. All right, guys. And we did it with this little guy again.
I know.
This thing's a slayer.
So we're gonna come in here, crack that sucker off.
Yep.
And he had a second one. See the second one?
Oh, wow.
And you gotta be careful of those. They come off like fingernails. And you break them off because that's what'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Nothing else on them will hurt you.
Right?
That is a good ray, dude.
That's
good
big.
shooting.
That's some big meat,
good
man.
shooting.
That's
yeah.
better. Like the last one was little dinky bits of meat that fell apart. Now I'll get a good taste for one.
Yeah, dude, you'll actually be able to see what they actually taste like.
Yeah. Whew. Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh, it's so big.
Yeah, That's a big one.
That's so big. That's not too bad of a shot. I was going for here, but I'm glad with that. What do you think, guys? How many pounds?
25 to 30.
25 to 30?
The weight.
Now it's debarbed.
Yep.
And oh my goodness. What the heck?
Now that guy will live, so you can throw him back.
That's a, does he have a little barb?
Yeah, he does.
But it won't
Get
matter.
him by that little holes. Yep.
The little guy. What was it? There's a mama and that was,
probably.
oh, it looks like there's more.
Oh.
How many she got?
Oh, nice. One.
Oh,
That one will live.
all right. So we'll,
Don't get barbed.
I don't know that they have.
by the little guys?
Yeah. They have little barbs.
Huh.
There you go.
Is there more?
Yeah.
What? No more. Oh, she's giving birth right now. That's kind of wild.
Welcome to the party.
They hide in there,
That's
or they?
all of 'em.
She was giving birth, literally.
Or was going to give birth.
That's like that. They swam off.
Yep, that's good.
So that just reminds me of that funny clip of the dad and they're like, what would they have, the little chicken Cornish hen inside the big turkey, and they're like, oh my goodness, it was pregnant, and the girl's like crying.
I'm crying. This isn't funny.
Wait, that's bound to happen. I mean, we get fish all the time. They're full of fish eggs. Why did anything get different? Anyways, this is just a big regular American ray, right?
American Southern Stingray.
American Southern Stingray, almost 2 feet across, it seems like. 1.5 feet at least. All right, guys.
All right, good job.
All right,
Yes,
we are
sir.
just killing it with that. The ballista there. Oh my
It's very
goodness.
impressive.
Yeah, yeah. I had a hard time running that for a second. Like the triggers, I was going backwards because I had that one set the other way around.
Yeah.
Throw that in the locker too. Is it gonna fit? Oh, it does. It fits. Woo!
There we go, baby.
What a day.
We're running out of room.
Oh, we just moved the camera bags and there's that tip. So back to the fight, and we thought we pulled it in with the tip being off of the arrow. It must have fallen off right inside the boat, right when we landed it fully. Don't know how all that works, but hey, I got it back, put the arrow back together, and we still have 3 arrows that we came with.
With my 2 target catches successfully in the icebox, I thought it was time to head in and go over to Goodwill and find something to cook with because I didn't bring any of that with me.
Whew, slim pickings on the cooking stuff. Let's see. $3.99. That'll work. Yep. Upgrade. Get your hardware, get your... That's all kind of big stuff. We could trim that down. Just stopped at Goodwill, thought, hey, maybe they'd have a cooler. Not only do they have a cooler, but look at the size of this thing. $34, Goodwill. Now I got a cooler to fit my Stingray and my big fish in. All right, we are here at Harley's shop. This is Harley with
What's up, guys?
Harley with gnarly fish prints, right?
That's it.
We met yesterday. The guys over there were telling me after our fishing trip that, oh, you gotta go see this other guy who does Gyotakus, and he does the most amazing ones. And he has like, hey, we're gonna print a, what would we print? What'd you print?
White marlin.
White marlin.
You see, Harley's like a doctor. He's always on call. And if somebody gets a beautiful fish, they give him a call, and he runs down there and he does a beautiful Gyotaku to save the memory for them. This time, it was the owners of the Beauchamp restaurant right across the street. They had just pulled into the dock on their boat, the Lucky Dog, with a white marlin they were going to smoke for the restaurant. They invited me to come back and enjoy it after it smoked for a few days, and they made some dishes with it for the restaurant, so definitely check out Beauchamp's if you're in town. They had an amazing menu, and I didn't get to eat there this time, but next time, maybe we can catch something with them and cook it with them. Harley is an amazing artist, and this was so much fun filming him do the fish print, and we did a whole studio tour, so I'm turning that into a complete extra video. Check that out over my Fowler Extra channel. I'll also link that in the description below.
We'll bring it down. It's gonna be heavy. Really heavy. All right. Here we go. Ugh, look at that thing. Oh, gross. He is so slimy.
Oh, wow. That's a good size one.
That's a good size ray, huh?
It's a lot more abrasive. Like it's almost kind of like the skin of a shark. Like
You've done a cow nose?
yeah, the cow nose is like a lot more slick and smooth, but this has.
Yeah, it's got you go backwards and you can feel that. Each of those look like a little pokey spores.
Yeah, it looks like small little spines all over it.
Yeah. I got you a little something since you're all alone in your little studio doing your artwork. I don't want you to get lonely when I leave. All right? So I got you something.
Okay.
All right?
Sure
You know, some inspiration and some help for when you're bored. There you go, to sit and look over you and remind you that it's a happy little fish. He can watch over the project.
We'll call him the Nar Ross.
Yeah. Gotta put a big plug in there. Here we go.
Really good detail of the scales.
Tell me where, are we looking good? Alright, turn it right over. Oh my goodness. That's epic.
The fish has been on the ice, so it's sweating with the humidity and the warmth. And so the ink, when you looked at it, like everything looked like the consistency was nice, but you can see on like some of the fins there.
Yeah, the scale edges aren't hard. That's why I like the small fish in my cold shop. You know, ice fishing time, they leave it in the cold shop overnight, pinned, so it's refrigerator temperature. And then you print them the next day, and they print so smoothly. They're not too cold, they're not too hot, there's no condensation, and just perfect prints almost every single time. It's amazing, the detail.
Sick.
Oh, pull the bottom out.
Bottom.
Yep.
And then just follow my lead.
Just tell me what. All the way down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is it reveal time?
It's reveal time.
All right.
Here we go. See how this goes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's amazing. Dude, how sick is that?
Yeah, there's a few little blotchy areas, but there's still.
Oh, shut up.
In detail.
Shut up.
I'm always my worst critic.
Shut up. That is probably the coolest one I think I've ever seen. Like it just turned out. Look at and that it captures that whole grittiness of the fish. I mean, I know we can see it, the moisture, but like all those little pebbly bits, like every single one of those shows up as a little bit of a thing. You know, depth because of the little voids by the eyes. Unreal.
After doing the Stingray, I went back to the black drum, and now that it had dried out, I was able to do a couple more prints and really pick up all that detail I was looking for.
All right, fish is printed. We got 3 beautiful prints there, and a nice, beautiful Stingray. Thank you so much, Harley, for all your
Zach.
help, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
been a
appreciate it.
pleasure,
And we'll go cook on the beach for a little sunset giant black drum cook. Maybe a little blackened black drum on the beach, I think, is what we're actually going to be doing. So let's pack it up. Clean up time.
So if you remember from the last episode, I had done the print of the trout and promised you guys the first print goes to one of you that left the comments in the description looking sharp in that huckberry stuff. So when I got home, I did a couple little details, just kind of experimenting, see if I could bring some more life to the head of the fish here. And then I did an eyeball. Lately, I've really been liking the kind of the anime looking eye. I feel like it brings a lot of life to it. It wasn't very realistic to the picture of the eyeball that I took, but it seems like it brought a lot more life to the fish by the time I was done with it. And I was pretty happy, but for a spotted trout, it felt like something was still missing. So I decided to take a risk, and knowing that I could not lift the spots back off if I put spots on it, but I just went for it and added some spots. I'm pretty happy with it. They ended up a little darker and bolder than I was thinking, but I think altogether, once you step away from it and you're not too close, it actually really makes it into a real spotted trout, and it gives it that feel of the South. Now that's all framed up, I don't know what I was complaining about because it looks pretty darn sharp. I'll have to scan this before I send it off to our winner, which is, our first place winner is James Anderson, 6989, and our second place runner-up is Jeff Jones, 4746. Shoot me a message, James, over on the website, fowlersmakerymischief.com, on our contact page, and if we don't hear from you within the week, Jeff, it's all yours. By the time we finished messing around, it was dark, and it was hard to get the Stingray back in the cooler, so I just put it on some ice, and I decided to fillet it up with my little folding fillet knife. This is our little catch and cook you can get on Fowler's.shop. So hopefully it's enough of a knife to fillet this guy up. The skin's pretty tough on him. I've never done one this size before. So they say Stingray meat tastes a lot like scallops. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the hard upper spine and cut down, just like cutting a fillet off a regular fish, except for the shape's a little bit different and the meat texture is white with red strands running through it. A little unsettling, but it's clean. I don't see any worms or anything like that in the meat, and I'll just leave the skin on for now and take that off one piece at a time. And that's it. You get 2 fillets from the top of the Stingray, pretty substantial, pretty solid chunks of meat. And then we'll throw the rest of it back into the sea. Unfortunately, we don't have my lobster traps, and I'm not going to carry this with me on the plane all the way home just to put it in my lobster traps. I would like to see if it caught lobsters, though. That would be pretty neat. Since the black drum fit into the cooler, I didn't have to deal with that till morning, and I wasn't super excited about dealing with it. Ace had said from the beginning that the black drum is full of worms. The older they are, the worse they are. And Dan and Alex confirmed that and said that it's pretty easy though, you just cut around the worms. Although that didn't make me very excited to fillet it up, I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty and have dealt with wormy fish before. At this point, I'm wishing I had brought a bigger fillet knife, and this one's been in the bottom of my bag, but I got her sharp, and this is really going to put her through her paces. Let's see what we can do. I need a bigger knife, I think. Look at the size of these scales. Like dragon armor. Thicker than my fingernails. Not maybe thicker than my toenails. Ew. I'd heard they're pretty wormy, and there's 1 or 2 here, but this is clear. I could do a chunk, and then check them for more worms, but that's the nature of this big old fish. Supposedly, possibly 40 years old when they're this big, and that big of a fillet. So if you're not going to do the processing of the work, maybe don't shoot one, because there's not a lot of meat, and there's a lot of these fish in the sea, but if you're afraid of that, don't bother with it. Probably a younger one would be a little bit less, but we're not afraid no worms. We'll cut around them and have nice clean cuts, and they won't hurt you. They just kind of look really gross, right? Pretty gross. But I'm not grossed out. I know it'll cook up good. Remember Greg and I in that one in Hawaii, I was pulling long worms out of the meat from that jack, I think it was, or something. So that looks pretty clean. Nice clean cut right there. No worms on this one. Bag it, tag it, and cook it up. Not as scenic as the beach, but it is crazy packed over that way with all the beaches and everything. So I found a little bit of a quieter spot that is kind of on the back side of everything. And I don't know what area this is, Soundy or something like that, in from the ocean, where there's not as many people running around. And we're gonna cook that black drum. And since the Stingray tastes like supposedly poor man's scallop, we're gonna wrap one in bacon and cook it up on the pan. Yeehaw. See if we can use the griddle as our windshield. Oh yeah, that should work out great. Screw on our gas. Oh, I like this. They really give you a nice outdoor grill here. Fire starter necklace.
Give it a quick boom. Prep up our meats on here. So we got a red fish and a beard hair on it, apparently. I don't know why that was there. And our stingray, which still has the skin on, so we got to clean this piece up. I'm gonna do some more cooks with these back at home in the Catch and Cook kitchen and for family and stuff. So I got a whole bunch that's going home with me. So this is just a on the spot cook. Oh, we screwed it up a little bit, but I'll get that silvery looking skin off. It's got an interesting texture to the meat, like these red lines and almost like chicken color and then red lines through it. West Gold grass-fed butter. Who feeds grass to their butter? That actually did stump me for a minute. I was like, grass-fed butter? What? Why does butter need to eat? Oh, duh. Comes from cows. Like, so this is where I'm being very careful here. Trying to get just that right heat. I don't want to burn the butter. I don't want brown butter. I'm just clarifying it. There's a big difference. You get a very different flavor. This is for the fish. You're not cooking the fish in like a pile of butter. Now we got it here. Pour it into our bowl. Put that on there. And then we're gonna take this and just bloop. And just get it completely coated with our blackening season. This is just something I stopped when I stopped to buy ice, the blackening season from Louisiana. All right, I'm not ready for that yet, but I don't want to put it somewhere too crazy, so I'm going to put it over here. This we're going to wrap in a piece of bacon. Just like you would a scallop. Just going to get it wrapped around tight. That'll keep the meat up and thicker. I think we need a twig or something to pin it with. I should do. All right, just a little bit of a twig. Maybe I'll sprinkle just a little bit of the blackening seasoning on both sides. That should be good. Not too much. For this little beauty, we're gonna cook it down to like on a lower temperature, so we want it cooking in the pan, not like the blackened one. We want it like raging hot. You want the pan like super hot. You put it on there and there's smoke. So if you're doing it in your house, it's gonna be smoke, and you gotta have your exhaust fan on, and you're blackening it. Keeps falling into the griddle area. See if I can put it. There we go. On top of that, cut up and have a slice of our cute little watermelon. What do you do with a cute little watermelon like this? Do you cut it this way, or do you cut it this way, or do you just cut it like a slice at a time? Beautiful day here. Not too hot, not too cold. Cold, Florida. See if she's, yep, not stuck to the pan. That means it's ready for a flip. It's gonna take a couple flips. Looking good. While that's cooking, we'll get a little sauce ready. A little bit of our mayonnaise. Cute little jar of mayonnaise, kind of a pain in the neck. Mr. Griff's original barbecue sauce. Ketchup. Chipotle hot sauce. I got a feeling like this is gonna be good. What do you think? Should I stick all of it in there? Every single one? I gotta try this one separately because I haven't tried this one. I tried the other ones. Let's see what this is like. Just ripped it on the side of the camera trying to get this film just right. Ugh. Oh, making more of a mess. Ugh. Trying to do a fancy thing and have the better camera for some shots and the GoPro off the chest for the other one. I tell you, this is a hard life. Oh my goodness. Pickle mustard. That might be my new favorite thing. That's so good. Let's see, did we just make Frankenstein's monster, or did we just make something like super genius? It's pretty good. Give it a 75. I think I could have not used my hot sauce, would have made it taste better, and maybe not used this one. I mean, that tastes really good on its own with the ketchup. You know, I had it on some fries on my way back from that other area the other day by doing that, and those two together were an awesome mix. And I think probably this, and this is an awesome mix, and definitely this, and this is an awesome mix. But you know, adding the pickle on top of it all is not. So yeah, something like that. Pan ripping hot, and we throw our blackened fish. And try to char up the edge of the bacon a little bit too. The pan is on fire. I think we're ruining the pan. Alright, that one is done. Alright, clean the camera off while we're waiting. Hope that doesn't cause any trouble. It's in the trash button. I don't need it accidentally throwing away clips. Ugh, I'm getting more on it the more I wipe it. It goes everywhere. How did I get so much on with just one little blob? Whoop, our pan's on fire. That's not good. Gone a little far on the blackened. Whew, not the right pan for that. It should have been like a cast iron or a stainless pan that was clean, a seasoned cast iron pan, whatever. Now we have a ruined Goodwill pan. Let's put our sauce on there. Blackened fish.
When you and Jace were out there, there was like two that jumped right on.
Not too shabby of a plating. All right, I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Nice little piece of watermelon to cool off the flavorings of the salty and rich fish. Pretty happy with that. Not too bad for plating up at a park. I'm working on my game and my plating and my sauces and my tasting and understanding the flavors and combinations and like paying attention and to everything right now, because I had an offer to be on a cooking show, which I think they just picked me as fodder for the cooking show. Like, you know, they're like, oh, we're gonna have professional chefs and home chefs and kitchen moms and influencers like yourself, you know, and like, so like me, you know, and they had seen the Catch and Cook Kitchen, and so they wanted me on this show, and I applied for it and did all the like Skype calls, so we're waiting to find out if that's actually going to happen. But personally, I think they picked me as fodder for the show, just to be like an early annihilation, funny, haha, let's all laugh at the, maybe not laugh at the YouTuber, but like, you know, but I was like, all right, you know, you're going to pick me, I'm going to up my game, and I'm going to come hard at you, because it's a competition thing, and do my best, have fun with it, if I make it onto the show. So, let's try saying grace first. Lord, thank you for the fish. Thank you, Jesus. In your name, amen. Try to get as little bit of sauce as possible. Looks like I cooked it pretty darn good. Maybe a little too good. I've had blackened swordfish. I got the blackening down. And it's not too burnt overpowered, even though there was a lot of flame on that, and that was a little bit of a screw up. A lot of a screw up. Who am I kidding? And now that sauce is definitely coming to shine. That is like right there. Oh, don't lose it. Black drum, really good. Thick, meaty, like a chicken of a fish. You know, doesn't taste fishy at all. Just like tastes like big, thick chunks of meat. Really, really good. Amazing. And the blackening, I think it was Alex that mentioned doing that. Totally the right choice. Get the stick out of there. Let's see about our poor man's scallop here. Now that's just pretty dark, kind of like a meat burgery, meatloafy type looking consistency in there. I mean, it's way denser than a main scallop or whatever in the sauce. Oh my goodness, that was so good. Stingray scallop, amazing. Kimchi on the blackened drum with the sauce. Does it get any better? That's so good. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment, like, before I even get to this part of the video, they're gonna comment like, oh, that's disgusting, why would you eat, you know, such an old black drum and deworm it, and then just for these chunks of meat that, you know, well, it's for the adventure and doing it once, and to print a fish that is so beautiful like that, and to be able to enjoy everything but the, like, I've been thinking about it lately, like, I'm kind of enjoying everything but the oink, you know? Like, I get to print the fish, I get to spend time with the fish, catch the fish. It takes a lot of work to hunt them, prepare it, film every aspect of it, make the most of it. You saw earlier when I was cleaning it, I was doing a thumbnail, and that took for like a part of the thumbnail that was just maybe one of the options. I spent hours, so a lot goes into each fish that I catch, and so I feel like I use everything but the oink. Nice little refreshing watermelon after. Cleanse the palate. Well, that was good. But we gotta finish that black drum painting. So we'll do a little time traveling and for the rest of this episode to the future, where we're gonna be up in Maine, finishing that painting up in my pretentious art studio.
Back at home here in Maine, I took it up to the pretentious art studio and trimmed up the drum print. And then I had to make a little repair with some more of the ink to the face because it was such a round fish, I didn't get that definition around the front of the face that I was hoping for on one of these better prints. After drying off the painting, I opened up the painting app and brought that picture of the eyeball I'd taken before I had filleted up the fish into the app and turned that into something my mind could grasp color-wise. And to get these colors to come out vividly, I had to paint it white first so they'd stand out. And they really did. I used some of the metallic watercolors for this, added a few little white glisten circles, and I think it turned out pretty good. Now it's time to throw the stamp on and then bring it down. And I'm going to have to make a wooden frame for this custom because it's so large. I can't buy a frame that this would fit in properly. Fortunately, I still had some of these old barn boards around because it makes a beautiful frame. I try to sand it only minimally so that way it still leaves a lot of that old wood structure and coloring to it. And I made this little jig to make the frames on my table saw. It glues up pretty quickly and doesn't take all that long to put them all together as long as you cut the riders nice and evenly, and that's where that jig came in. And after picking up a new piece of glass from Camden Glass, I was able to write all the information on it about the catch, where it came from, and the date and all that. And now she's ready to go into her frame.
Oh, that turned out good. Hopefully that paint's dry. That should be dry enough. Some watery, colory stuff. I'll check it before we call it good with a bunch of those staples. How's it look? Pretty good? Oh yeah. That's crazy. Oh, that's the biggest one I've ever done so far. It turned out amazing. we're gonna actually auction this one off. So, as you can see right there, boom, there's a shot of it. There is a link in the description down there with our sponsor also, Zero Breeze. And if you want this one, we're gonna auction this off on our website. Instead of eBay this time, you can go to our website and just go to the link down below, or go to fowlers.shop and go to the Gyotaku page. This will not be a drawing. Everybody has a chance at winning it. And go over, put your bid in at the auction, and see who takes it home and gets to adorn their walls with this awesome giant black drum from our bow fishing, or crossbow fishing, mind you, down in Florida. I love this. This thing turned out so cool. And even if you don't win the auction of this super cool painting, you can stay super cool with our sponsor, Zero Breeze. Check them out, linked in the description below. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. We got one more coming where we do a catch and cook, or not cook, catch and sushi down there in Florida with the bonita. And don't forget, we made more content on our other channels where I cooked the black drum and did awesome 3 times crunchy fish tacos over there on the Catch and Cook kitchen. And a Fowler extra about Gnarly Harley's awesome Gyotaku artwork and doing a giant white marlin print with him. That full video on the Fowler extra channel. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Fowler out. If I put this on a shirt, it would have to be on like 2 shirts. Like we'd have to wear it together, Grant. Like I'd have the,
yeah.
You know, who gets the head and who gets the tail?
I'll take the tail.
You get the butt. And I get the, actually it would almost be like for our whole team. Like a piece on everybody's shirt. We just chop it up. You know, one thing I do want is I want to get one of these. I want to catch something like this and be hauling it up and have a shark bite it in half. And Harley had this cool print he did for a kid he sent me a picture of. And it was a red snapper, and it was bit in half, and he did an awesome print of a bit in half red snapper for that kid. So cool. Like, who wishes for their fish to get bit in half? Only somebody that wants to make some beautiful art out of it.